Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heroes Premier League, week number 3. Before we get into the next match, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit. In case you didn't notice, Nexus Champ is now partnered with Twitch. So obviously we have the subscription button. Obviously, there's already some people in chat sporting that beautiful Nexus Champion logo next to their name. So thank you guys for the support so far. Keep supporting Heroes Premier League. Some of the advantages of signing up with a subscription to our Twitch channel is a third of the revenue of the subscriptions go right into the Heroes scene. We're talking future prize pools later down the line. Obviously, once the game gets a little more developed and prize pools start coming into tournaments, things of that nature, and it just supports the scene as a whole. Really, obviously, with this tournament gaining more popularity and gaining more traction, Heroes of the Storm as a whole is going to be gaining more extraction. You're going to be able to get exclusive matches from Heroes Premier League, starting with the 4th week next week, once we start going to like best of 3 formats, things of those nature. So you're going to have exclusive content that you're going to be able to watch and see. Let me see here. There we go. That's another thing that's going with it. There are no plans to lock out 9 subscriptions from viewing high-quality streams. There's not going to be like, oh, to watch over 360p, you have to be a subscriber or anything like that. That's not going to happen, so don't worry about that, guys. Nothing like that. And also, these subscribers are going to be able to watch the VOD directly without having to from Twitch. So the moment the stream is done, you're going to be able to go in, watch the stream again, instead of having to wait for the delay between it being post-production, et cetera, being put on YouTube and all that stuff. So a couple advantages of being subscribed here at the Heroes Premier League, brought to you by Nexus Champ. 3rd week. Just wanted to talk to you about that before going into the next game. Now that you guys know about it, subscribe, please, if you can. You're helping support Heroes of the Storm and esports as a whole.
One of those things. Now that you know, you should probably do it.
Yes. The next game. No Breaks versus Snowflake. Snowflake obviously being known because it has old names that we all are familiar with, Idra and LZ Gamer and whatnot. And they have been playing... Their play has been absolutely amazing recently. They're obviously in the finals of the ESV tournament. Spoiler alert, in case you guys haven't watched that yet. Make sure you guys check that out later this week as well. No Breaks, kind of still trying to get their name in the scene, trying to get themselves known with their play. We've seen some good things out of them so far. Without further ado, do you want to get into the draft and take a look at this match, Mr. Xander the Gamer?
Definitely do, Mr. Shane Gucher. I will give you a wonderful 3, 2, 1 countdown if you're ready.
I am ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And off the bat, we see the early Asmodon and Anubarak bands.
Oh my lord! And again, the meta between North America and European scene, they both obviously hate playing these heroes.
And look at those 2 bands there early on. Tassadar and Stitches, not too surprised. Stitches is a fantastic hero right now. Tassadar as well is fantastic. Hey,
Xander, I believe you're a little ahead of me. Just pause for me about 5 seconds, and then you're good.
Absolutely.
But yes, there's the Stitches and the Tassadar band that we were talking about, guys. And again, the last game we just saw, Stitches wasn't even picked up until the 4th phase of the ban, the 4th pick for SK Gaming. Here in the North American scene, we're seeing a dichotomy going on where he was a first ban right here. Obviously, that goes to team basis as well. Maybe Snowflake knows that No Breaks likes to play that Stitches, taking that away from him. Obviously, Tassadar is a pretty common first ban, though, here, especially in the North American scene. So that's not too surprising to see. And we see our first pick being Falstad, once again being picked up pretty early into the phase. Once again, that long kind of back-of-the-line sniper with his shock and awe.
Absolutely. Definitely a great pickup. I'm surprised to see him being picked up absolutely first, but yeah. I'm not surprised to see him being picked up at all. He's a fantastic hero, as we've said before. He fits in that back line really well, and the damage is quite substantial coming out of him, especially post-level 10.
And there's an Arthas Tychus first pick for Snowflake. I don't think that's surprising anyone. Once again, Arthas, just one of those dominant heroes that is being displayed by every team across every single region. He's very, very tanky, hard to kill. He does an obscene amount of damage for a warrior. He has so much control with Frozen Tempest and Howling Blast. He's going to be able to really lock down that Falstad with a well-placed Howling Blast. You can't even barrel roll out of it. So whoever's playing that Falstad over on No Breaks has to make sure that he's really careful about that and keeps his barrel roll for opportune times. And There we go. There's a Tyrael, but also the Brightwing pickup. Brightwing being picked up before Rhaegar. So once again, we talked about how Rhaegar has been a lot of debate going on about who's the best support. It always seems between Uther and Rhaegar, and No Breaks is going, screw both of them. We're going to pick up a Brightwing.
And I'm definitely sure that Brightwing is being picked up with a lot of his utility in mind. Anything that he can do, especially if they have to worry about potentially, Tychus and Vala with Rhaegar. If that does happen, they have to worry about disengaging from the Bloodlust. That could be incredibly detrimental for them. Definitely great to have the Judgment coming down from Tyrael if they need to get into that back line really quickly, take out that Tychus, who's going to be a pain to deal with, especially with Odin. So that is definitely a good pickup for them.
I have to say right now, Team Snowflake's draft is looking absolutely terrifying right now. I don't think it's been a while since I've seen a team pick up Arthas, Tychus, Uther all on the same team. Just throwing that out there right now. Don't get me wrong, I love myself a Brightwing, but I feel like maybe Uther would have been a stronger pickup for themselves. I think it was interesting that Uther actually got this deep into the pick ban phase. Normally we've been seeing him ban first, pick first in almost every single match, especially here in North America. So that's real interesting. Right now, I feel like Team Snowflake is their draft so far looks dangerous. I'd be scared to face against that team.
And I would not be surprised if we see that potential Rhaegar or even a Raynor potentially. If they want to bring that out there, they could do that too. And it looks like got the next set of pickups here for Team No Breaks. Am I still on time with you, my friend Shane?
I believe you are not. No, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
What's really interesting is how No Breaks didn't deny the Rhaegar pick. So they obviously, that means they're okay with having Snowflake picking up a Rhaegar if they choose to do that. Because obviously Tychus and Rhaegar is something we see duo together all the time, with Odin on top of Bloodlust just being such a powerful tool that is just so hard to deal with. And there it is. There's the Rhaegar pick that you were talking about. It's some sort of telekinesis going on right there. I'm very impressed.
Magic powers. Magic powers is what it is.
Very impressed with your astute drafting skills there, Mr. Xander. So I have to say that Snowflake's Gaming, I feel like they outdrafted Team No Breaks here.
I think No Breaks has an interesting comp that might bring something to the table. That would be quite exciting to see, but I would agree with you that Snowflake has the strength here.
Yeah, well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this game, get into this match. This is Heroes Premier League Week 3.
Oh. 3, 2, 1, go.
Make it so. So, the map here, Dead Mines, or not Dead Mines, oh my lord, Haunted Mines.
Might as well be Dead Mines.
Talk about the map a little bit, Xander. Talk about what is the
this
idiosyncrasies
map
and intricacies
has recently undergone a lot of changes. There is now a tighter underneath side of the map. With less, I believe it's less camps now, or they are repositioned in such a way that it was a very different experience in the mines for both teams.
Yes.
There is only one Siege Giant camp on both sides now, and there is one Knight camp on the middle too. This map ends up, we see a lot more very short games on this map.
Yes.
I think they're always changing a lot of things when it comes to I don't want to call it Dead Mines, and I almost did it again. When it comes to Haunted Mines, there's a lot of changes that have been going on recently. They made the Golem so much more viable now that the first Golem actually does quite a decent amount of damage. That more often than not, you see full teams or most of the team go in to try to take that camp, and it looks like Rayo is going to go in here. LZ Gamer turning around right on him, doing a lot of damage. Needs to be careful. Down she goes. The first kill will go down for Team Snowflake on No Breaks. He just walked right into that. There was both LZ Gamer and Kelax were sitting there in the bush waiting for him to come in, and it did not turn out too well for him. Looks like there's going to be 4 men here in top lane. Idra, Kelax, Chillatek, as LZ Gamer is going to be heading down to this bottom bush. He's heading down, looks like, towards the site ward.
Yeah.
To pick that up for them as well, and it looks like they'll be just getting into lanes and pushing as much as they can. Top lane is going to be sitting with 4 versus 3, so that was pretty quick start to that, and Consort is going to go down very quickly to the combined strength of Arthas and Tychus. So I mean, that's got to be careful with that. Didn't see the I assume, unfortunately I wasn't watching, but I assume that LZ Gamer came right in, was not expecting that. The stun went down from Howling Blast, and Tychus just came in there, did all the damage he needed, followed up by a nice bomb as well. Took him out really quickly.
Right Wing is one of those heroes that, while she gets put in a solo lane situation strictly because of her mobility and phase shift, she's able to leave and be where she needs to be at any point in time, anytime there's a team fight. She does not have any sort of escape mechanism. I guess you could say Pixie Dust is kind of like one because it gives her a speed boost. But anytime you're in a solo lane position, especially on this mine, as a Bright Wing, because I play a lot of Bright Wing, I actually feel like that's my best hero. You always want to be really, really defensive. Anytime anyone is missing off the map, you immediately withdraw into a defensive position. While I was talking about that, both teams got their Orgos at the exact same time, right as the mine spawned. So obviously both teams know the timing on this map. Yes, the very intentional movement from both teams right there. And here we go into the mines that are obviously always sends people's video cards into a state of disruption because for
those are just the most powerful torches in the history of mankind ever.
Speaking of powerful,
looks like there's going to be a lot going on down here.
Go ahead and take it away.
And it looks like one Popo is going to be in there. He's going to taking a lot of damage in the front line. He's going to go down very quickly. Faye sitting right there. Tychus doing a lot of damage. Kilax needs to be careful. He's sitting too far into the front lane. Consort coming in. He's going to not be able to escape out of that exit, and he will go down. Looks like they will follow up with another kill. Veritek is trying to get himself out there. Howling Blast going to hold him down, and he will make it away. Oh! And Uther's going to come in and shoot him down dead. One final shot to the face, and he will go down.
So, a 5-for-0 exchange in the first 3 minutes of this map. As you were talking about, this map is so volatile because it just has a propensity of giant team fights starting out in the match and a team just snowballing over the other. Because that golem is so strong, as you mentioned, that once you get a substantial lead on the skulls and also on level lead, that this can just snowball into a very quick game, and there's a high potential that might be happening right now. Because that team fight from No Breaks was not very well executed. They're trying to do some sort of damage control. They got the Knights mid lane, but one of those changes you were talking about, Xander, was the mercenaries for your team always go into the lane opposite that of your golem, so it always pushes the other lane out. But the golems just spawned. They kind of got them before the golems are on each side of the lane. So it was it was a smart move to get those, but ultimately getting those night camps really isn't going to translate into much of anything. I mean, here at bottom lane, they're pushing through to try to maybe get their golem to do as much damage as possible. They have to be careful. There's a 2-level discrepancy already. Brightwing gets caught up with a Hammer Justice. He's more than likely going down. Kerrigan, a nice Impaling Blades Primal Grasp combo, but it looks like it was just some sort of disengage combo rather than an initiation. So only one
just didn't want to take any more damage. Got out there as quickly as she could. And if you notice too, they tried to pick up that night camp. I think their hope was that, well, you know what, we've been pushed out of mines. We really are. But if we try to go back down there again, they're already going to have a lot of these things. A lot of the skulls. And they're going to be able to push back. So let's get a night camp, try to push back as much as we can, take down a wall so our golem can push a little farther. And it looks like that might work out, but not too much. Death the Corpse in the front, going to be taken down inside of the stun from the golem, going down very quickly. Chillatek, Kilax, LZ Gamer going down on this tower, sitting here with the golem, Idra, and Faye behind it are doing a lot of damage. Down goes Kerrigan very quickly with the double root, as you said, and down goes the Tyrael as well. They're just taking tremendous damage here as Team Snowflake is picking up everything they need to pick up on this map and pushing forward really strong on top lane and in the mines. They are just making up incredible ground here in this match. Yeah,
the ground is quickly falling underneath the feet for Team No Breaks, literally and metaphorically speaking. This is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand fast. Grenade from Fate trying to knock Brightwing out of position. It's level 6 to level 9 right now. This golem
pushing with so much strength. They're pushing in with all that health.
They're gonna. I mean, Snowflake is gonna have their ultimates. We might see a Syndragosa out of an early GG. Let's see if they go with Army of Ghoul. If LZ goes with that Syndragosa to secure this game and secure possibly the game, because this is just not looking good at all.
Consort getting caught out in the stun is gonna go down from the root. Unfortunately, and it looks like Kerrigan will go down as well. They're just in a bad position here. They're getting a little too aggressive, I think, against that golem. The stun has caught them out more than once inside of that golem.
Yeah. That's one of the strengths of the golem. And another thing why the golem has gotten so much better, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, is its hitbox to try to target it is very, very small, and it's hard to target the hitbox. And Snowflake Gaming just
Elax getting in there, he's gonna get a good stun down, and it looks like they will get caught completely inside of the stun that came down.
Man,
Elax, they are gonna go down 1-2. And they're getting pushed back tremendously. Already in LZ Gamer, Keylax, Chillitek doing a lot of damage to this. Zethacorp is trying to push back as much as he can. Faye taking a lot of damage, but the Ancestral Healing is there. And GG. Wow.
6 minutes and 50. But microphone. Xander, come on. Look at Xander's poor posture, everyone. Get back straight, shoulders down. That's the way I like to. So, 6 minutes and 52 seconds.
I apologize. I was watching the game. It was so exciting.
I know. It was so exciting. Very convincing win there from Team Snowflake. Like I said before, I feel like their draft... I don't like being this one-sided, but I feel like it's the truth. They drafted better, they got the stronger team composition, and they just that's not just why I won the game. It definitely was an attributing factor, but I feel like their draft was so much more stronger. When's the last time you saw an Arthas, a Rhaegar, an Uther, and a Tychus all on the same team in any sort of competitive environment? So I feel like that definitely was one of the biggest attributing factors, as well as Snowflake obviously being one of the best teams in the scene right now. So, hope you guys enjoyed that match. We're going to run a quick commercial break, and we will see you guys after that. Please stay tuned. Here's Premier League Week 3.